for this video project. We have 5 cameras that we can use. We have 3 fully digital cameras that are tapeless, and then we have 2 older ones that use the mini DV tapes. Now, if all possible, I would stick to just, when you're working on your project, try to use the same camera every time you shoot. Also, try to use the newer ones, the tapeless ones. We got 2 of these little ones and this one big one. This is the very nice high definition one. It takes the best footage. You don't have to worry about tape skipping, bad quality video. It's all crisp, clear sound. It has a microphone attachment. You can get sound without it, but it comes in much better. You just attach it and tighten the wheel there. Now these hook up to your computer through USB cord. When you upload it, you're going to have the power supply plugged into it, and then you're going to have the USB going from the camera to the computer. That goes for both of these. This camera, you'll need your tape in there, and it has a firewire cable that goes from the camera to the computer. When using these cameras, be sure you take really good care of them. Don't drop them, and be sure right after you film you upload it to the computer, because you don't want, like other classes, to accidentally delete your work. When filming, if all possible, use a tripod every time you film. The reason being is you don't want to have footage where it's all shaky and the people watching it's getting motion sickness from all your shakiness. Now, even though you might be standing still, your body's probably moving side to side without you knowing it, because you're keeping your balance. Like your left leg gets tired, so you move to your right leg gets tired. So use a tripod. We have several tripods. This is one of the smaller ones. We have 3 other bigger ones. But I like these because they're portable, easy to pick up and move. Now, when you use them, you have to pull this back and take the attachment off. Very important. When using these, don't lose the attachment, because if you lose this, tripod's worthless, because that's how the camera attaches on. Also, don't leave the attachment on the camera. Now, in order to put it on the camera, all you do is just put it on there, tighten it up. Some use screwdrivers. Others you can just tighten up. Make sure that you get it on there nice and tight. I have screwdrivers if you need it. You don't want this to be wobbling around. Make sure the lens is facing away from you, and you just pull this lever back and slide it on, and then it's firmly on there. Now when shooting, you can move these levers to tighten it where it doesn't move, or you can loosen them up to where they're really loose or just barely loose. And moving side to side is panning. Moving up and down is tilting. Sometimes you can get the effect you want by going and looking up if something's like really tall. Most of the time I leave the tilt tightened to the full and just pan side to side. Now you get a real smooth motion using these tripods, so be sure you use them. I recommend 95% of the time use the tripod. Don't try to just do it yourself, because it turns out looking unprofessional. And if you're shooting footage that requires a lot of moving around, turn this tripod into a monopod. And all you do is just tighten them up, shoot. You need to go over here, just take it, shoot right there. If you're recording a conversation, let's say I'm recording YouTube, I would start the video footage where you're off from afar so you get a feel of the environment, and maybe start filming the dialogue, and then stop tape, and then have y'all reshoot your dialogue, and this time you're getting this person from this angle, stop and shoot, and then you would just get the other person. Just repeat your lines, and that way you have something to extra footage to cut and use. So it's always good to have different angles to shoot from. Sometimes they don't say their line is good from one angle, and you can just use the other footage as well. It's always good to be safe when shooting your video and have more than not enough. Because if you have extra, that's okay. But if you don't have enough, that means everybody's going to have to get back together, make sure they have the same clothes on they had that one day for continuity, and reshoot. And a lot of time is wasted. So when you finally get your script and your storyboard and you're ready to shoot, make sure everything's ready and you get everything done right then and there. So all you have to do is edit from then on. Using the camera, it's always easy to use the handle because sometimes you can rattle the camera. So just try to hold on to the camera. It has zoom up here, zoom in, zoom out. That's pretty much it for using the cameras. All of them can attach to the attachment the same way. To release the camera, you just pull the lever and pull it out. And then always be sure to take the attachment off and put it back on the tripod upon finishing. The worst thing is to take a tripod to go shoot something and then find that the attachment's not there and the tripod's useless. So always put the attachment back on the tripod when you're done. And then it folds up and goes in, it fits in this little bag. All these little things slide back in. When you're done shooting and you're ready to upload, I've never let classes do this before, but I'm going to allow each group needs to designate a editing deck, a computer for them. That way people can do their other work over here, and then the people that are editing can kind of gather around on these computers and upload. The main reason why I'm going to let you use these is because they have these external hard drives that are attached next to them, and that's where I want you to save your video. I don't want you to save your video stuff to the actual computer, because that way, if it's saved on here, anybody that logs in can get onto this hard drive and edit, because you're going to run into somebody's absent, and if that's the only person that has access to the video and the password, you're going to be behind. So be sure that you, I'll help you set it up and save it. I created a video that I'm going to show you next time when we get more into uploading videos. I got a video that shows you how to do it. So I'm trying to make this as easy and foolproof as possible. I want this to be a good project. I want everybody to do well. Now my last period, they did a great job. Got a lot of scripts done. So hopefully we'll do the same. I have this microphone. It's not a working microphone, but if you need to like pretend you're a reporter or something and talking, it adds as a good prop.
I want to rap.
It's a good idea to start thinking about if you need props to maybe try to pull your resources together. So it's good to think about stuff you need and pull your resources together. Somebody asked me, can I film after school? You can use equipment to film after school as long as I'm here to check it out to you. And it's on school grounds. Now, if you want to do your project off campus, you're going to have to use your own equipment. I can't allow you to take it home and borrow it beyond the time that we're here. So if you want to do something off campus, you need to be sure you have the right equipment to do it. Now, I'm going to allow you to get out of the classroom and work on filming your projects. But before you do that, you're going to have a script, you're going to have a storyboard. You're going to have a plan. Because I'm not going to allow people to get out of the classroom during class time without a plan. Because people without plans end up getting into trouble. And it's just completely unorganized. I want you to have a plan, shoot your video, come back to class. So other people can have a chance to use the equipment as well. So does everybody understand that about using equipment?
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Sure.